everybody, and welcome to the campus of Bishop Guertin High School in Nashua, New Hampshire. We are moments away from tip-off of the playoffs for 2021. I'm John Collins along with Tom King. Here we go, Tom. We had a lot of regular season angst, of course, from the pandemic once again, but we are already in the playoffs, and somebody's season's going to end tonight.
This is a special moment, John, because the season's all ended the middle of March, March 11th. Done. No more basketball, no more hockey. And now tonight it starts again. The games that finally count. The tournament is back. And it's back with a vengeance. We got a lot of local games all week long. It's a special moment. It really is. I think it's a special moment in sports history around here.
Yeah.
You know, you can't lose the significance of it.
Yeah, they do the introductions here, of course, in the dark, and it's always a challenge to hear ourselves over the introductions. Usually it's a challenge to hear ourselves over the fans, and they're not here again because of the pandemic rules.
Well, actually, John, Nashua does have fans tonight. They have 2 per competitor.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, Bishop Guertin did that. They did that for wrestling, and they're doing it here. In fact, Nashua, I haven't checked with Lisa Jingles. They're trying to see if they can get fans for Alvern, 2 per competitor for the tomorrow night's girls game.
Is that still up in the air?
I don't know. I think it's been decided. Lisa Jingles was here. She was supposed to meet with the board around 5 o'clock today, so I'll find out. We'll find out later. She's over in the corner right now. But anyway, we were just here 8
for these
days
2
ago.
teams, yeah.
3 games in 1 is what it was. It was a 16-2 start by Bishop Guertin. It was a 28-26 halftime lead by Nashua South, and then a 38-30 lead for Guertin at the end of 3 quarters and domination the rest of the game. And that's the way it works. 3 games in 1. John, Nate Mazerow left the gym, the Collegiate Dome here that night saying, we can play with them. We've shown we can play with them. And he's right. There's only one problem that South has had as they enter this game with a losing streak of 5 games. They can't score. They've got to be able to score points to beat this Cardinal team.
Yeah, points were tough to come by for South in the beginning of the game especially. They seem to find their rhythm in the second quarter.
They need someone to get hot, a couple of players, either that or they're going to have to play massive, massive defense.
Well, it'd be interesting to me to see if Cody Rochelo will start this game. And
now we ask you all to please rise, remove your hats as we honor America with the play of our national anthem.
I mean, let's go through the options here, John. South has, Bishop Guertin's got Lucas Baker, Dylan Santosuazo, Matt Santosuazo, John Sullivan. You know, they've got Nate Kane. They've got scoring options. South right now, they need to either get Alex Holtbacker going, Rhett Medling. They need to be able to get those guys going. If I'm not mistaken, their leading scorer in the game last week was Jeremiah Mitchell, you know? And Mitchell comes off the bench, I think, So let's see. You know, he is out there now. Is he? No, he's not.
Yeah, Tyler Armin will start on the point guard position. He's out there with Michael Rutstein.
Rochelo is a scorer.
Yeah, he came off the bench last time as a spark, and he was one of the big reasons why South Ashley led at halftime by 2.
They had the dress rehearsal. They had all the different lineups to go over and look at, and the film. They poured over the tape, and now they're ready to go. We'll see what everybody comes up with. If I'm South, I might try to full court press in this game just to throw Guertin out of its rhythm. They've got to do something to stop the Cardinals, but they can't afford the start they had last time.
Alex Hulfacker hands it off to Michael Rutstein. He feeds it to Rhett Medling, who's up top, and the miscommunication as Rochelo, who is starting the game, slipped and fell. And so he wasn't there to receive what was a well-thought bounce pass by Medling. His teammate just fell, and so he wasn't there. Bishop Guertin benefits from the turnover right off the opening possession, and they can score first as they move it around the perimeter. A wide open look for Nathan Kane.
Yeah, see, they can do that. That works for Guertin. They collapse down low, Kane open at the outside. Can South do that? They don't have really good outside shooting.
Rochelo with a jumper, left it short. Rutstein with good hustle on the loose ball
good
baseline.
Hustle by the football guy, Rutstein.
Alex Hulfacker with it. Nathan Kane hunkered down on defense on him.
Medley could have had a move. All he had to do is spin to his right, and he had a layup. Let's see, that's an offensive
Rochelo bangs into Baker outside Tyler Armin as BG switches up on defense.
Yeah, Sullivan, big height advantage on Armin.
Nathan Kane with a three-pointer to open the scoring. It's a 3-0 BG lead. Hulfacker going to work, and he got pushed, they say. It could have been a travel, but they call it a foul.
If South can get aggressive and go to the basket a lot, they might be able to get to the foul line and score points that way. They have to try to slow the game down, be very deliberate on offense, and get the points where they can.
That's an ill-advised pass. It never got through. Now the fast break by Bishop Guertin. Kane trying to get the second basket of the game, but a contested layup is short. Armin draws contact, blocked out of bounds by Dylan Santos-Suazo
with a swat. You know, and that is big.
Inbounded by Rochelo, stolen by Baker, who had his back to the play and was still able to make the steal.
This is fundamentals here.
Kane thought about this shot. John Sullivan.
Take it now.
Kane from the corner. He's got 2 threes and a timeout by South.
That timeout is for 2 reasons. One, they played 12 games. They should be able to execute an inbound pass.
Yeah.
And 2, they can't leave Kane open on the outside.
Yeah.
But see, here's the difference, John.
Double cause for concern.
Here's the difference. Is there a guy on South you can name that they can't leave open, that Guertin can't leave open?
No.
Maybe Rochelo, maybe.
Maybe. It depends on if he gets hot, but you know.
That's it. They haven't had anybody get hot all year long.
Yeah. Cody had a pretty good look from about 10 feet, but he missed it.
They have to win this game down and dirty defense. That's the best way they can do it. But I'll tell you what, you can feel the intensity. There's many more people in this gym than there have been all year long for basketball.
Yeah.
You know, I was here on Saturday for wrestling. It was a great high school event with a minimal crowd, but it had visiting fans, so that made up for, that made it work.
So full court press by Bishop Guertin as Hulfacker works against Nathan Kane. He gets the ball across midcourt just barely in time, I think. Rutstein. 6 minutes to go, 2 minutes in, and BG's got a 6-0 lead thanks to 2 3-pointers by Nathan Kane. The fadeaway by Hulfacker doesn't go. Dylan Santos-Suazo snatches the rebound.
Not the start that South wanted, obviously.
Kane had a chance to hit his third three-pointer.
An NBA 3.
Baker comes out. Number 10 is Jordan Robichaux.
Baker's got to be careful. He almost took that extra step.
Back to Jordan Robichaux in the corner. Kane's going to go for number 3. Woefully short that time. Almost like a pass, though.
Yeah, he was contested, and he saw the defender, and I think that altered his shot a little bit, and he just didn't have it on there. But Sullivan got the rebound and was able to put up a shot and get fouled. So
Sullivan fouled from behind by Cody Rochelo, and he is at the line. Rattles home one.
I want to post, if I'm Guertin, I try to post up Baker on Medley. That's a great matchup. You know, Baker, you know, Medley has to give up about 20 pounds there, and I think Baker can force his way, but Medley has got a long, long reach.
Yeah. Hulfacker is going to back it out now. 7-0 all BG so far in the scoring, and then a pass off the hands of Medley.
That's the 4th turnover already in 3 minutes.
Dylan Santosuaso in the corner. Jordan Robichaux swings it around all the way to the corner. Kane with just a faint hand nearby.
No, not a good pass.
Rochelo, great anticipation. Behind the back, up and in. Cody Rochelo, the first 2 points of South for South, and they desperately needed that to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, 4:52 in. They went scoreless for the first 3:09, 3:08.
Yeah,
now Nate's going to go to his bench.
Yeah, Jeremiah Mitchell gets up.
Wide open.
And that's in. Dylan Santosuaso for another 3. That's 3 3-pointers and a free throw. 10-2, Bishop Guertin leads. Hulfacker off a pick, but he runs it to Lucas Baker. And
3 3-pointers, a free throw, and a partridge and a pair 3. You know, that's the way it's working right now.
Armin.
Yeah, Guertin doing a good job of not letting South penetrate. They can't take them off the dribble. They did that in the first game.
That's a bad pass.
Another
Kane
turnover.
steals. Down court, that's an even worse pass because it was unforced. And that's a charge.
Wow.
Is he going to call the guy without the ball? I think he's going to call
They're going to talk about it.
He's going to call the guy without the ball.
They are going to talk about it.
That was not Hulfacker's foul.
Nate wants the basket to count if Armin gets called with the foul.
I think he called Armin let the foul, you're right, and not Hulfacker, who was trailing.
The thing is, if Armin got called with the foul, then it was before the shot was taken, it can't count.
Right.
And now Jeremiah Mitchell in the game.
Yeah, that was a strange play.
This is going to be offense for South. They're still talking about it, and now Nate is getting an explanation from the officials.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the official called the foul on Armin for clearing out the BG defender.
Kind of like the way I clear things up before you get here, right?
Yeah, like if you're going over the goal line and you're trying to, like an offensive lineman blocking the way for the quarterback. 3:40 to go in the first quarter. A wild up and down there with a pair of steals, followed by an offensive foul and no points. Dylan Santosuaso has the way blocked at baseline. Jordan Robichaux up in the air. Finds John Sullivan. He traveled. Little indecision there near the top of the key. South still struggling to score, however.
Robichaux passed up a wide open shot. He
did.
He should have taken it.
Hulfacker runs into a triple team, shoots. Short, Medling has it. Robichaux gets a player up in the air, swish.
And that's the guy from the outside, Rochelo.
He's
the guy. He's got to light it up for South. They need an offensive spark.
He's just got to be selfish. He's got to take a lot of shots. Baker with it in the corner. Jordan Robichaux, bothered by Jeremiah Mitchell. John Sullivan with it. Back to Jordan Robichaux. Lucas Baker.
Baker. Foul's going to be on Guertin.
Yeah, they're going to call it on Jordan Robichaux underneath, pleading his case. He says he got hit in the mouth.
He did to Mitchell what Mitchell did to them. Cleared him out.
Yeah, I guess he feels he was hit in the mouth by Mitchell, and he sent Mitchell sprawling, and that's what the officials saw. So it is Panther basketball. Just under 3 minutes to go first quarter, and South trailing 10-5, but they can make it a one-score game right here. Alex Hulfacker with it as he's being worked on by Nathan Kane. Cody Rochelo leads the pass into the corner, almost knocked away, and that's a foul. So Jordan Robichaux getting aggressive.
2 fouls. They got to take him out.
Yep, he got a little bit too aggressive in the corner there, and the official called him on it.
And he's coming out of the game with 2.
Yep, maybe playing a little frustrated there.
Matt Santosuazo comes in. Let's see if they can get Matt Santosuazo going from the outside, because he can shoot the ball.
Baker using that heavy size advantage, and Redling with a nice move. He Kevin McHale's on inside.
Yeah, nice move by Medley. It's a great move by Medley.
So 10-7, they need more of that from Rhett Medling because he's not going to win the body battle against Lucas Baker. There's a drive to the basket, no good. I believe that was Kane that missed.
Yeah, but no, it was Sullivan, I believe.
Sullivan.
But I like that move by Guertin.
Mitchell wide open. Rebound, a couple of Panthers kind of fought for it and were self-defeating on that one. Kane's going to take an open two-point shot, left it short, and Dylan Santosuazo can't make it go. Baker up and over the rim and in.
Somebody uses the backboard, you know?
Yeah.
Use the backboard when you're down low. That's what Santosuazo should have done.
12-7, BG with a 5-point advantage, 1:40 to go first quarter. Hulfacker sneaking a peek back at Coach Mazerol.
If you're south, you take things 1 quarter at a time.
Alex Hulfacker to Cody Rochelo, getting no space at all from Sullivan. Sullivan tried to feed Medling on the pick and roll.
That was for me. I should have gone in for the layup, right?
And fortunately for South, a foul was called against, maybe, was it Nathan Kane?
Or was it touched? I don't think there was a foul. It was touched.
I believe he went over to the bench and said at 14. Does it look like a clear throwaway?
Sure did to me.
In the corner, Rochelo drives, puts it up and in. Cody Rochelo, great body control.
Great move by Rochelo. And now South has joined the party.
Kane. Oh, he almost went for his third three-pointer. That would have been.
Foul on BG. I'll tell you, they are getting called for clearing people out.
Yep.
They've got to be careful because they have the depth. But you get some of your major players in foul trouble, no high school team has that much depth.
Yeah, they're kind of throwing the finesse out the window here. In the regular season, we saw many games where we thought that more fouls could be called. I think they're being called here in the playoff game.
They are being called here in the tournament.
And the players may have to adapt to that. There's a lost ball by Carson Lamire in traffic.
6 turnovers for South in this quarter.
Yeah, Lamire just ran into a double team.
Too far out. Kane's got to go.
Trying to penetrate. He ran into a quadruple team. Javari Ellison for 3.
Easy. You give that up. You know, that's...
Javari Ellison, a good player to bring off the bench. Would start for most teams.
That's still good defense to leave him alone because you've got players who are driving the lane. You got to collapse.
Back to a 6-point lead for the Cardinals, up 15-9. South may be playing for a final shot here.
16 seconds to play.
Tyler Armin, Al Hulfacker looking at his coach. 10 seconds, that's all he's got. He's got to go to work.
Rochelo's not on the floor. They got to do it
5 seconds,
now.
he doesn't know what time it is. 3 seconds, is he going to get the shot away? Yes!
Oh, my!
And he could have been fouled.
Oh, my!
Jeremiah Mitchell.
They did not call a foul.
Jeremiah was a ball hog instead of a bullfrog, and he gets the 3.
They did not call a foul, but we said at the beginning of the game, this is the guy, the leading scorer the last time.
I apologize. I thought he was not clock aware. He was fully aware of how much time he had because he launched with a second to go, and the buzzer was sounding as that hit nothing but net on the way down. A tremendous buzzer-beating basket to make it a 1-score game at the end of 1.
So the positives for South, Jeremiah Mitchell off the bench. The negative for South, the 6 turnovers.
Yeah.
The positive for BG, their 3-point shooting. They got 4 threes in the first
4 threes.
First quarter. The negative for BG, the fouls.
Too many.
They are getting too many fouls called on them on the offensive side.
Yep. Kind of playing defense with reckless abandon, reckless aggression. And they got called for it. So we'll see if that is a factor as the game goes along.
And of course, all of this will be mute because it'll come down to the fourth quarter anyway.
Yeah.
You know, all this analysis, it'll all come down to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it'll come down to maybe a shot like we just saw from Jeremiah Mitchell. That looks so perfect out of his hand. I was nearly speechless as it went right through the cylinder as the buzzer sounded. We're in the second quarter now, 15-12, Guertin in the lead. That was a ball passed right into traffic, and South steals it, blocked by Baker out of bounds. Karsten Lemire tried to throw one up in the paint, and Baker said, no, 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 and swatted it out of bounds. Exploiting that height advantage. Rhett Medling back into the game for the Panthers. And lost inbound play, another turnover. It's number 7 by South in the game. In the corner, left it short. That was a shot by Ryan Stack, newly into the game for Guertin. Pair of 11s doing battle here. Cody Rochelo to his left. Stack stopped him, and we have a foul.
Yep, reach-in foul. But again, Rochelo pulled up
That's
on the dribble.
Rochelo. That's at least 2 on him.
That's not on Rochelo.
I saw 1-1 put toward the scorer's table.
Yeah, 1-1 on Guertin, John. There's a 1-1 on Guertin.
Oh, no, yeah, right. Yeah. 1-1 on, it was Stack that was the call. I'm sorry.
Rochelo had a chance to take him off the dribble. I don't know why he didn't. He's quick, and he could do it.
Jeremiah Mitchell with it.
Rochelo,
big
foul line
shot.
extended.
Step back, pop, no good. Rebound, Stack.
That's a good fighting rebound for Stack.
Matt Santosuaso, Nathan Kane has shot a couple from there already. Javari Ellison has the fourth three.
Yeah, they're passing up the NBA threes.
Lucas Baker, Javari Ellison, Helfacker on him.
Yeah, see, meddling in the zone in the middle is
Kane penetrates, got the foul called, and he was on the floor, so I think they're going to inbound this. Officials' indication it was before
on
any
that play, meddling is in the middle, so Kane knows he has to move around him and come up with a reverse shot, which he wasn't able to hit. But he got the whistle, and now they take Kane out for a breather. And let's see, is Rochelo's back in, so South's got some offense in there. Mitchell and Rochelo.
Matt Santosuaso. Baker for the open 2 over everything.
Yeah, this isn't a Baker's dozen game right now, is it?
No, he had about a dozen points in that previous game between these two teams a few days ago. Cody Rochelo for an NBA 3, no good. Skims off the rim, out of bounds off of Guertin. 15-12. South within striking distance of tying the game here. That would have tied it. Rochelo from the sideline, basically, but it didn't go. Yeah, South gets another chance in this possession.
South could use meddling to get involved in the offense, but Baker's doing a good job on him.
And there's what that pass was toward him, but he didn't get close to it. Nope. Rochelo nearly had the steal.
He's got to be aware.
In the corner, Ellison thought about a step back. They swing it at Baker.
Baker would have taken that 2 nights ago, or a week ago.
That looked like a throwaway, but John Sullivan was right there to receive it across the court.
He's the master of that, isn't he?
Meddling.
He's going to force it.
Stumbles his way, finds Karsten Lemire. That was a good save. Helfacker stepping back. Javari Ellison with hunkered down defense on him as Helfacker goes between the legs a few times, goes up in the air, he has nobody to pass to, and the grabbing foul against Armin. So a helter-skelter
you got Baker,
offense by South.
You got Baker, you got Sullivan, and Ellison in the middle, and that's tough. That's really tough for South to get around. Their baseline penetration isn't there. Their best chance is to take Guertin off the dribble at the top of the key. That's where they're the most athletic. They run out of room along the baseline.
Yeah, they do. And, there's no harm in going baseline or going to the basket, but you have to know who you're going to pass it to, who you're going to dish it to.
Right.
They've gone up in the air a few times with no options. Matt Santosuaso lowers the shoulder, gives it up. Into the corner it goes to Jordan Robichaux. Javari Ellison, he will shoot from there, but he's not left alone. Matt Santosuaso.
Bang, looked good.
It did. He almost got the bounce, and Jordan Robichaux snatches an offensive rebound where he probably shouldn't have been allowed by South's defenders. Meddling tries to block. We got a foul and a basket, I believe.
It counts.
A chance for a three-point play for John Sullivan driving to the basket. No, actually it was Jordan Robichaux, excuse me.
And now Guertin has a chance to open up that 8-point lead again. Again, South climbing the mountain constantly and getting pushed down.
So Bishop Guertin is first to 20 points, 20-12. Hulfacker goes up in the air again, no options. He throws it away. Sullivan with it. Dylan Santasuaso's going to take the open jumper, in and out. The putback. Spectacular try by Jordan Robichaud. The one-handed snatch and putback attempt doesn't go. That would have really made the BG fans erupt, and the bench too. But it's still an 8-point lead for Guertin as Medling tries to body his way baseline, get called for the foul, the travel. The travel right in front of us.
Yeah, because what he did was he backed in, and when he backed in, he slid his foot.
Did not maintain the pivot, so a turnover in effect, and a 20-12 advantage for Bishop Guertin and a chance to add on to it.
And the winner goes to Nashua North on Thursday night. It'll be a classic either way.
Baseline, Javari Ellison.
Got to be quicker. If he caught that ball, he would have shot it. And Matt Santasuaso's going to drive.
Matt Santasuaso with a driving scoop lay-in, and it's the biggest lead of the game, 10 points.
That's the second or third time Guertin has gotten points inside in the last 2 minutes.
Yep.
And Nate wants to stop that. And I don't blame him.
4:02 remaining in the first half. Bishop Guertin jumping out to a 22-12 lead. They do not want their season to end tonight.
And Nashua South now with 10 turnovers.
Yeah.
So the turnovers are killing them.
It really is. I mean, those are 10 shots they didn't take. 10 more chances they gave to Guertin.
Yeah, it's hard. You know, it's hard. It's hard, John, in any sport when you beat yourself. You know?
Yeah.
Now look, we know that Guertin's got more depth, probably a little more talent.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you said that Coach Masrell, he felt that they could play with him when he left the gym last time.
They came back from a 16-2 deficit.
They sure did.
You know, but they ran out of gas at the end because their legs got tired, plus they don't have that offensive spark.
It looks dire once again for the Nashua South boys team here at Bishop Guertin, as it did a few nights ago when they came back to actually lead at halftime. They're going to need quite a spectacular 4 minutes to lead at halftime of this one. Down 22-12 with 4:02 remaining, and a full court press to deal with. Jeremiah Mitchell pushes the pace underneath. Almost another turnover, saves it. Stolen by Sullivan as he tried to get it to Rochelo. Sullivan going coast to coast. Doesn't get the bounce. Big rebound by Cody Rochelo. He runs into John Sullivan, slows it down, hands it to Alex Hulfacker. Jeremiah Mitchell's got a big three-pointer in this game at the buzzer of the first quarter. Rochelo triple teamed, and he gets it.
Got the best individual talent on this team.
And he senses that he's got to make a lot of plays.
He's got the best individual talent on this team. They know it. He came back from injury last year, late in the season. And in fact, he's helped spark them late in the season. They were still alive when the tournament got shut down.
He is a senior. In and out. Ellison knocked the ball out of bounds.
He did. Good call, and Medling with a good argument.
So Panthers have a chance for 2 scores on this one trip down the floor.
Exactly.
And that would put a dent in that 10-point deficit, which is now 8. Inside, Medling, double team, bats it away, gets it back. Great work by Rhett Medling. The three-pointer by Mitchell misses off to the right. Opportunity miss for Panthers there.
Mitchell made a tougher shot at the end of the period. That was an easy one. He was wide open.
He was open, uncontested.
Yeah. Oh, Kane almost traveled, and that left side was wide open. If he had been able to keep his dribble, he would have gone right down the middle to the left.
There he
Kane
goes. Had found the lane.
Yeah, see, that was open earlier. He saw that. And then he gets the ball back, and the smart player. Nate Kane is probably, in my mind, the smartest basketball player on this floor tonight.
Nate Kane down the lane for 2, and it's back to a 10-point advantage for the Cardinals. with 2:28 to go. The reverse lay-in.
Good drive by Mitchell.
Yep. Tried to Dr. J one there with the reverse layup finger roll, and it didn't find the basket, but he finds the free throw line after getting fouled. So 2:25 to go. Chance to get it back to an 8-point deficit with the pair of free throws here. Makes the first. Lucas Baker walks back in. Javari Ellison will take a breather along with Jordan Robichaux. Ryan Stack in the game with Nathan Kane and Sullivan. And making them both, Mitchell. So it's 8 points again. Cardinals lead 24-16. They get the ball down court despite the full court press. Kane. Stack got pushed and they're going to call it. Against Hulfacker. Alex Hulfacker with the push in the back.
I believe
that's his first.
I think a big key also right now is Hulfacker. I don't believe he's scored in this game, and he's another guy who's got to score for them.
Santa Suaso left alone for just a second.
You cannot let him feel it. Once he feels it, it's over. He is a very streaky player.
At least 15 of Bishop Guertin's 27 points by way of the three.
Yes.
Stolen, John Sullivan.
Turnovers.
They're just piling up on South, the turnovers.
Well, South's frustrated. They'd like to get the ball down low inside, and Guertin's not letting them.
Up top it goes. Stolen,
That's a great play.
Has to go one-on-one here. Puts the brakes on off the glass and in. Nice work by Cody Rochelo.
Sure is. That's again, two best players on the floor, he and Kane.
Rochelo got his hand on that one. Knocked it out of bounds. 1:22 to go.
Rochelo is quick. He's instinctive. He's just got that natural basketball ability, the same way Kane does. It's a shame. I don't think they're both seniors. We're not going to see them next year.
Inbound play. John Sullivan.
Same with Santa Suazo. He's a senior as well.
In the corner, Nathan Kane left alone.
No.
And he's long on the shot.
Yep.
Dylan Santa Suaso with the big rebound. John Sullivan trying to find an opening. Baker bothered by Mettling. From top of the key off to the right. Mettling with a big
open
rebound.
Looks, I don't have a problem with them taking them. If South can get those open looks, they'll take them as well. 9-point game with 55 seconds left to play in the half.
Rochelo, will he dare take it? Michael Rutstein looking for somebody to pass to.
Yeah, exactly.
Tyler Armin, top of the key. Mitchell, not getting any space from Ryan Stack. Off a pick, hands it to Mettling, who's way up top. South center, away from the basket. Mitchell corrals that one. 25 seconds left to go in the half.
They're just going to hold it.
And I think, Bishop Guertin's not displeased with this. They're up by 9.
They can't turn the ball over and give up an easy breakaway.
Mitchell, South's going to be forced to put up a final shot here.
Well, they got the ball in the hands up. Either Mitchell or Rochelo, one or the other.
He's going to make the move and shoot the basketball, and it's short.
Very interesting first half, John Collins, but again, 18 points times 2 isn't going to do it for Nashua South.
Certainly
they
true.
They need more points.
And less turnovers.
They did a good job. The first time they played them, they held them to 26, despite a 16-2 start. This time, they held them to 27 after a 10-2 start. But it's still a 9-point Bishop Guertin lead here at halftime.
That's Tom King. I'm John Collins. We'll be back with the second half of this single elimination playoff game from Bishop Guertin High School right after this halftime break.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming. When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
Welcome back, everybody, to the campus of Bishop Guertin High School in Nashua. We are about to begin the second half of this single elimination playoff game between the host Cardinals and the visiting Nashua High boys South basketball team. And right now it doesn't look good for South, Tom King. 27-18 advantage for the Cardinals. Too many turnovers for South, not enough offensive spark.
Right, a lot. You said you said it all. I don't even need to talk.
Well, you told us as we went into halftime. That's the problem. Now you got to give us the solution.
Well, the solution is take care of the basketball, obviously. But the thing is, a lot can change in a high school basketball game. Guertin could start turning the ball over. They could get into foul trouble. All sorts of different things could happen. Again, I still maintain, if you're South, they need some kind of spark, some kind of momentum. And I always say, your defense can turn. When you're trailing in a basketball game, your defense has to become your offense because you can't match points.
And South's go-to guy is Rochelo, but I don't know if we want to go to him when there's two defenders like Lucas Baker and Nathan Kane in the way of your bounce pass.
Yeah, good point. See, Rochelo can move to the ball quicker than anybody, and that's why they decided to do that.
Catch and shoot, Cody Rochelo long on the shot.
Uh-oh. Whoa.
And Robichaud lost the handle. What are they going to call Rochelo for the foul?
No, are they
questionable
gonna call
call.
Rochelo, or are they going to call Rutstein? Didn't see who it was.
No. The official was sideways to us when he put the fingers up to the scorer's table.
And we're on the opposite side of where that is indicated on the board.
So
it's out of our view.
It turns into another turnover by South. A 27-18 advantage for Cardinals in their first possession of the second half. Have a chance to add to that. John Sullivan hits Nathan Kane, back to Sullivan. He's driving, kicks it out. Open look for Jordan Robichaud. In and out and in.
Oh, boy. When you start giving up threes to Jordan Robichaud, you're in trouble, and now he steals the ball for the 12th turnover.
Jordan Robichaud with the clean steal. In the corner, Kane driving baseline, in. 5 quick points for BG, timeout South.
And another quick timeout for South is right.
Bishop Guertin has nearly doubled up Nashua South in points. It's 32-18. That was the 6th three-point shot hit by Bishop Guertin tonight. Javari Ellison's got one, Jordan Robichaud's got one, and Nathan Kane has 4 of them.
No, Kane doesn't have 4.
No?
No, Santosuazo has 1.
Santosuazo has 1.
Kane's got 2.
I think he's got 3.
Does he have 3?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Hashtag Subway Senior Shootout.
You might be, yeah, I have to double check that actually.
Ellison, Santosuazo, Robichaud, and 2 by Kane.
2 by
There's
Kane.
your 5 right there.
Okay, there's 5. Thought they had 6, but
well, maybe they do have 6. I don't know.
it's a lot of threes, and South's got the 1 3 from Mitchell, I believe. That's it. Buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter, which was really the highlight of the game so far for South.
Yeah.
And they are in trouble offensively as they bring the ball down here. Early second half, 6:45 to go in the third quarter. Trailing 32-18, Medling trying to go to the basket. He's closed off. Hulfacker off him, out of bounds off of Kane,
Yeah,
they say.
Kane tried to sell it, but the official wasn't buying it.
South needs a volunteer to throw the ball in. It's going to be Jeremiah Mitchell. Long inbound pass, nice touch, but Medling has to retreat to the corner. Spin move against Baker, travel. Too many steps.
They're just having a hard time getting Medling untracked underneath. Baker's doing a great defensive job on him. And likewise, Medling on Baker. Neither one of them can score right now. Timeout for John Fisher. He doesn't like to see the ragged passing of the ball the way it's looked. Wants to get his team into sync. 6:18, 32-18 to play. I mean, 6:18 left, 32-18 to score. Of course, I wonder what he's going to tell him now that he didn't tell him 2 minutes ago. But
Yeah.
That's okay.
So, you doing anything this week, Tom? Get any free time?
Yeah, in the mornings.
In the mornings, yeah.
In the mornings, I got free time.
A quick breakfast and you're on the go, right? Tom was telling me his schedule at halftime. It's flat out. It's high school playoff season, and he's got to cover it all.
Normally, even when we had more help, I always just block out the tournament week. You just block them out
Yeah.
and you say no plans, no nothing.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what the weather's going to do. You don't
that's
know
right.
what other changes are going to happen.
Lucas Baker with the catch and shoot. Doesn't go, though. Ball slapped up in the air, ends up in the hands of Alex Hulfacker. Trying to find an opening. It's not there. He brings it back up top. Jeremiah Mitchell. Looking for somebody to pass to. Karsten Lemire gives it to Rochelo. Hasn't taken a shot in a while. Alex Hulfacker trying to get on track. Karsten Lemire to Rochelo, the catch and shoot. Swish. Cody Rochelo, a much-needed three.
Oh, that was so needed.
It's an 11-point game. South up over the 20-point plateau with that three-point make by Cody Rochelo.
They just can't let that distance get beyond 15 points, I think.
Baseline, Dylan Santasuazo ran out of room. He found Jordan Robichaux. He gets the rebound on the fortuitous
Stepped
bounce
out of
back.
bounds.
And you're right, he stepped out right in front of us, clearly, and it is a turnover by the Cardinals. So South gets a big three. They get a defensive stop.
And that's where they do it. Do it defensively and then get your offense going.
And that's how you get back in a game when
Exactly.
you're down. Pressure is on to score, though. Alex Hulfacker in the quarterback position. He hands it off to Mitchell. Lemire fake right, went left into traffic. Meddling. Hulfacker to the baseline. The runner doesn't go. Rochelo almost stole. Instead, Kane gets it up and in. Nathan Kane with great body control.
Oh, what do we got?
Oh, they want to clean the court. That's nothing. It doesn't take any points off the board. That was a basket by Nathan Kane. And Tom, you saw Rochelo had his hand firmly on the ball there for a second, and still Kane was able to wrestle it away. Yeah, he was able to wrestle it away. Was not a foul. And before he went out of bounds, he throws it up off the backboard and in. So good defense, but even better offense on that play for the Cardinals.
Well, you have the two, like I said, you got the two most talented players on the floor going at it. Kane and Rochelo. In my mind, not to offend anybody else, but they are, I think, basketball savvy. Santasuazo, Dylan, just a little level below him until he gets hot and starts lighting it up.
Karsten Lemire lost his pivot foot. Rustine checks back into the game. Matt Santasuazo comes in for Jordan Robichaux. Dylan Santasuazo will inbound it to his brother, Matt. Sideline, Kane. Rochelo are matched up. Matt driving, trying to find teammate John Sullivan, receives it. Stop, pop, hits the basket. Took a while to go in, but it looked good out of the hand.
And that's the largest lead of the game for the Cardinals now. 15 points at 36-21. Meddling gets it right back.
Meddling with a high arcing jumper from the free throw line. John Sullivan to Dylan Santasuazo. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. It is a 13-point advantage for the Cardinals. Baker with some room. Had Meddling up in the air, elected not to shoot it. Matt Santasuazo.
He probably would have gone to the foul line had he decided to shoot it. Meddling would have landed right on top of him.
Sideline, Kane.
Good defense by South.
And a slightly open look for Dylan Santasuazo.
That's
Can't
good
get to go.
defense by Nashua South. And they want to run when they have the chance.
Hulfacker loves the between the leg dribble. He's good at it, but he's got to turn
There's
it into
Mitchell.
points. Mitchell, a step back.
Yep, that's it.
Swish. Jeremiah Mitchell.
There's the spark.
11-point game, though. 11-point ahead. Cardinals with it. Nice dish by Matt Santosuazo to brother Dylan, and he'll go to the line.
Brother to brother.
Yep. Javari Ellison comes in. Lucas Baker gets a rest. And not good news for the South team right now, as the enthusiasm's at a peak for Bishop Guertin, and their lead is still up there. It is 14 points.
Oh,
Steal, Nathan Kane. Dylan Santosuazo in the corner. Ellison will take a 2, and a rebound by Medling. Good aggressive rebound underneath his own basket.
Grabbed it away from Kane. There's Olfacker going in. Smart play. He goes in and gets the foul.
He'll go to the line. Nearly had a 3-point play. Grab on the wrist. I think it was against Ellison. And to the line, Alex Hulfacker. His team trailing by 14.
Ouch.
Still. Brett Medling will get a rest. Sears, Roig into the game for
Now remember,
South.
this was a Guertin team that a year ago had already been upset at home by Salem before the pandemic canceled the tournament. So they were out of it before that happened. South was in it.
There's a foul by Rutstein. Unless something dramatic happens for South here late, they are going to see their season end tonight. They are trailing by 13 and don't seem to have a lot of answers.
Down 13 with 14:42 to play.
Right. Sullivan, turnaround, hits. Good body control on the turnaround. Ellison hustling back, gets in the way of that pass. Javari Ellison anticipating the fast break layup feed ahead of the field, and
the lead back up to 15.
Rochelo finds.
Lucky that there wasn't a foul call there.
Yeah, that could have been. Alex Hulfacker puts it in on the feed from Cody Rochelo.
Good pressure by South. This is what I'm surprised they didn't. Thought they might do it earlier than this.
Kane baseline, finds the trailer. Sullivan got it blocked, and he got fouled that time by Cyrus Roig on the second jump. 2 shots for BG, leading by 13. So keeping South at more than arm's length here. Sullivan can make it a 15-point lead again. Brett Medling had a brief breather.
Yeah, and Guertin tried, with Medling out to get the penetration. And they did. They got inside a lot. And put points on the board.
Alex Hulfacker to Cody Rochelo.
This has been a more consistent game from Guertin, obviously, than the first time these two teams played.
When they let South back in the game, Cody's shot woefully short.
See, if you had the student body here, they'd be screaming air ball the whole bit. That atmosphere is missing.
Matt Robichaux has it blocked by Rochelo. Cody Rochelo dives, lost the handle on the wax floor. Dylan Santosuazo protected the ball, fouled by Medling as he went up. And to the line will go Dylan Santosuazo.
Boy, Santosuazo, give him credit. He wasn't afraid to take on Medling, was he?
Nope.
He went right at him.
He kind of knew that he was going to get fouled. And
he went right at him. Well, you don't know that. You don't know. You can get the ball swatted away.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
And now it's the largest lead for Guertin on the night, 16 points. This is going to be awfully tough for South to overcome. Their last win came over Timberlane. And then they went to Timberlane on the road and lost. And that started the slide a couple of weeks ago.
Medling with the box out rebound. Roy strong to the basket. He did get fouled, and officials will send him to the line. South would have liked to see that go down. Roig will have to earn it at the line.
Player that Nate Mazerow was grabbed off the bench to throw in there.
16-point lead, though, for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's tough, 44-28.
Tom, you were talking about the basic math at halftime. They had 18 points. You double that up, it's 36. That would still be only 8 behind what BG has already. So.
But here's the key. Here's the thing they missed, John. This might have been a different South team with freshman Zach Costingway. You know?
Yeah, he missed a lot of action.
Well,
huh?
he's been out. Whoa.
Ball tipped up, and BG benefits from the loose ball rebound. Kane got fouled.
Boy, South just couldn't get anybody up to get that rebound. The ball kept alive. Costingway gives South a tempo. He gives them a spark.
Yeah.
We saw that early in the season.
Oh, yeah.
And then he pulled up lame in a game. I forget which one it was. I think it was against Merrimack, the game that we did.
I think so.
At South.
And that's the last we saw him.
And that's the last we saw him, yep.
Yeah.
Nate was saying that night, he said, well, the trainer told her, hopefully, maybe for that Sunday game against North, and it never materialized, and then we haven't seen him since.
Is that him sitting up there, the blonde kid?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it is. It's too bad.
Yep, sure is.
Helfacker with it. 1:15 to go. Jeremiah Mitchell. And it is a 16-point lead for BG. Helfacker strong to the basket, gets the basket, and goes to the line. Good court vision there by Alex. He saw a big seam and took advantage.
Well, boy, you know, that's, you can get Alex Helfacker going, you know. I mean, you've got to get some defensive stops, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's the thing.
Dylan Santos-Suazo comes off the floor after doing his share of damage in the third quarter. 1:09 remaining in it. And Helfacker completes the old-fashioned three-point play before he goes to the bench, and Tyler Armin checks back into the action. Full court press. At the three guards out there, Rutstein, Armin, and Jeremiah Mitchell, but BG manages to get it over midcourt. Sullivan feeds it wide open. Matt Santos-Suazo instead will drive to the basket for a layup drill.
Unimpeded, you know.
Too easy if you're
yeah, way too easy.
And it is a 15-point lead for the Cardinals. Mitchell tried to feed it one-handed to Medling. Medling somehow got the ball back.
He's got to reach. Get that those long arms.
Lutstein hands it off to Rochelo. He's going to go to his left off a pick. Picks up Lucas Baker, though.
Yeah.
He tries to create some space. He got
fouled. And does it count? It should.
Let's see.
No. On the floor. He's underneath the hoop.
It was on Baker. Lucas Baker
on
said
on the floor,
not in the act
not
of
in
shooting.
The act, which is too bad.
I guess he hesitated too long. In the NBA, he would have got that.
Sure would have.
Rutstein with it. 20 seconds to go, third quarter. Mitchell with the buzzer beater special.
Well,
no.
that buzzer beater took a lot out of him, didn't it? He hasn't been close on his shot since.
Whirling around, Matt Santos-Suazo. Lucas Baker with another easy basket for Guertin.
Yep. Well, South's pressuring now, John. You know, that's why. South's putting a lot of pressure on, trying to get the steals and trying to do everything they can to get that basketball. With a full court press, Guertin beats it down the floor. 49-32 at the end of 3. Tough one. Tough one for South.
Tough one, yeah. They're down by 17 entering the final quarter. Which would be more than 50% of the points they've scored already. That's what they trail by. So things don't look good for the Panthers right now, and Bishop Guertin may already be thinking about who they'll play on Thursday night.
They already know. They've been thinking about that for a while. Believe me. After that game on Friday night, wouldn't you be thinking about North the whole time? That was another thing South probably hoped for. They were probably hoping Guertin would look past them to get there, but John Fisher's too smart for that. He won't let that happen.
Yeah.
But because they are dying to play that game against North again. That was a game that they had the lead at 10 points going into the final quarter and blew it.
Yeah, and North pulled it out, but fortunately for Guertin, that did not end their season. That was a regular season contest, and Both teams got to feel each other out. It's going to be a titanic battle when and if they do play again. Barring a miracle comeback here from the boys in purple, we'll find out what the last 8 minutes has in store now, as Guertin will inbound it with the luxury of possession and a 17-point lead. Lucas Baker in the corner. The cutter is Dylan Santosuazo. He got fouled by, I think Cody Rochelo is going to get called again. That's probably 3 on him. I don't know if he wants to. Nope, no hint of Cody coming off the floor here with the final quarter underway. He is a senior. And it will be a shame not to see him play basketball again next season on Nashua ETV. Dylan Santosuazo missed that one. Somehow it stayed out.
Foul on Baker over the back.
Baker with the foul. Picked up 2 quick ones in this trip down the court. Rutstein's going to throw it long, and that's going to be intercepted. The defensive back was Matt Santosuazo on that play, intended for Cody Rochelo. Dylan Santosuazo ran into a double team. Baker's left alone at the foul line, and he gets the drop. Lucas Baker for 2 more and a 20-point even lead for Bishop Guertin.
Oh.
Halfacker lost the handle, but fortunately right to his teammate Rutstein. Rochelo, the fadeaway, no good. Rebound by Bishop Guertin's Tyler Mackey.
They were looking to run.
Sophomore out there, number 3.
20-point lead now for the Cardinals.
Baker, the put one-handed floater doesn't work from the line. Bishop Guertin playing with house money now up by 20. Look at that laying off the back.
That was Mitchell.
Mitchell going for a Dr. J.
Yes.
Lay-in.
Well, he tried that earlier here,
He did.
remember?
Obviously, he can do it. Kane with a nice drive to the basket, draws the foul. Nearly got it to go. Nathan Kane just too good tonight for the South defense.
They just have too many good players who can score.
Starting with this young man, and it's up to him to maybe give his team a 20-point lead again.
Well, and here's the thing. He gets to go back to North, most likely.
Yep, this is his old team.
Against his old team where he had 20 points the other night. And it'd be interesting to see. I'm going to talk to him after the game. Interesting to see what he has to say.
So it's a 19-point lead for the Cardinals. Halfacker runs into a triple team. Cody Rochelo. Halfacker. Jeremiah Mitchell with it and plays some catch with Rochelo. Tried to come off the pick by Medling, give it back to Medling, but he threw it off his feet.
But if you want to compare to the other game, South held Guertin to 55 points that night. Held, in quotes. Guertin's got 53 now. They'll probably end up in the 60s.
Nathan Kane may be done for the evening as he comes out with just over 6 minutes to go and his team up by 19.
Yeah, you know,
We'll see.
You know, we'll see.
Halfacker runs around everybody
I'll
and
tell
puts
you
it
what,
in.
If they allow Halfacker to keep doing that, Kane is going to go back in there pretty quickly.
You're right.
You know, I mean, that'll get him back in the game.
Travel. Jordan Robichaux has pleaded his case a
All
couple
you got to do
times.
is go on a 6-0 run and you're within 13 again and it's a game. You know, that's
Yep.
what you need to do, you know, or you're within 11.
Where are the points going to come
It's a
from
game
for
of
South?
runs and South hasn't had any yet.
Rutstein with it. Jeremiah Mitchell driving, puts it up and in.
we
Jeremiah
go.
Mitchell's hot right now.
That's interesting now, see?
Jordan Robichaux with the low dribble. Matt Santosuazo. John Sullivan kicks it outside. Jordan Robichaux Matt Santasuazo. Looked like Robichaud was going to shoot it.
He's going to try. It's good defense by South right now.
BG risking a turnover, you would think, with every pass. They have not elected not to shoot it for a half a minute here. Matt Santasuazo
Well, that was
throws
it since the opening.
And Robichaud runs out of room. He's open. He's going to take a three.
Too far.
Baker rebound, big offensive rebound. The cutter, Dylan Santasuazo. That's a play that Bishop Guertin looks for. When they get a big guy underneath like Baker and he gets an offensive board, he immediately looks for a trailer.
The cutter. He looks for the cutter.
Just through the paint.
Yep.
That's a play that they do. And of course, North has to be aware of that.
North will be aware of it, so will anybody else who has to play them.
Dylan Santasuazo at the line for the Cardinals. Misses that one. It is a 16-point lead, though. Cody Rochelo got fouled to the basket. Kane is back in there. He just took a quick breather, actually. And Cody Rochelo at the line. His team down by 16 with 4:43 remaining. Michael Rutstein and Tyler Armin getting set to check back into the game. Jeremiah Mitchell and Karsten Lemire come out. Javari Ellison into the game for Lucas Baker. Cody Rochelo rattles one in. So it's a 14-point difference as Cody makes both of his free throws. And Nathan Kane has the basketball. 54-40. South has picked up the scoring pace here in the second half. Clearly, they got 22 points as opposed to only 18 in the first half, and there's 4.5 minutes remaining. Ellison's three-point attempt.
Sullivan? Yes, Sullivan on the reach over.
You're right. Offensive foul.
Loose ball foul.
Board foul, I should say.
Foul. Loose ball foul, as they used to say in the NBA.
And looks like we're in the penalty. Michael Rutstein will go right to the line. That'll be a factor. It's 4:25 to go, and we were going to be shooting free throws on every foul now. Makes it. So South clinging to life here. They're down by 13. Not out of the realm of possibility with 4:25 remaining.
No, not out of the possibility.
It is now a 12-point game. Jordan Robichaud pushing the pace. Bishop Guertin is not feeling the pressure to score.
Right. Foul's going to be on Armin with a grab.
Armin, yep. Hence, they seem to be scoring less or a slower pace than they did earlier. See if that means anything. It is South in the penalty as well. Timeout. Bishop Guertin. 4:16 remaining. It is North, South, Keene, Alvern, and Bishop Guertin. Your 5-team pod is the way they've set it up.
Yes.
Only one team can emerge from that pod.
And Alvern must go to Keene on Thursday night. And this was the lone play-in game in this region.
Yep.
And the other play-in games tonight in Region 1, the Seacoast, Spalding, Dover. The other two, Region 2 is the only region with 2 play-in games. Bedford Central and Concord Trinity.
How about this theory, Tom?
And then Region 3 is Pinkerton Salem. And those are all going on right now.
Yeah, so the winner of this game here tonight, they had to do a play-in game.
Right.
North's been sitting for. They'll be sitting for almost a week before they play on Thursday.
That's all right.
Who's got the advantage there?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters.
No?
Well, you gotta wait. It's Monday. They gotta wait. They got 2 days off
Yeah.
before they gotta play again. So
You got a playoff game under your belt, though.
you do, but I mean, it's. I don't think that makes a difference. I really don't.
Okay. Jordan Robichaux gets the bounce, and it's a 14-point lead for the Cardinals. South needs to score.
Yeah, they need to score and they need to stop.
Hultbacker ran into Javari Ellison. He kicks it out to Mitchell. Jeremiah hands it. Nope. Hell's onto it. Had a little bit of a seam
Mitchell
there.
had a step.
I did too. There's a shot. Carson Lemire can't get it. Rebound, Jordan Robichaux.
Yeah, no reason to run if you're Guertin. You got a 14-point lead with under 4 to play. You take your time.
And they are. Nathan Kane, Rochelo on him. Kane, he's gonna shoot it. No, we got a jump ball. Good call. Cody Rochelo.
Yeah, that's a bad turnover.
Yep.
Kane thought he had a step, but there were 3 defenders waiting for him. I mean, it was just not a real good try there, a little idea. Again, you could have shaved another 30 seconds off that clock. So
Hultbacker runs into Kane.
South now has to take advantage of this. They've got to get some points here. They got to shoot quick.
Carson Lemire lost the handle. Out of bounds.
Yeah, and I think Lemire realized I got to shoot the ball now because we're really down. I got to hurry up.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
I think he got caught in between there, the indecision.
Yep. The basketball move, the pass off. The clock move, the shot. And he couldn't decide either way.
Right. Nathan Kane off a double team, finds the cutter. Ellison keeps it in bounds, swings it back to John Sullivan. Ellison. Redling did a good job of not buying the fake and blocks it. Good defense by Rhett Medlin.
Oh, super defense by Medlin. It's the block with no foul called. South's played much better over the last, 4 or 5 minutes. But by that point, they were down by 16.
Lucas Baker with a breather. He's back on the floor. 3 minutes to go. Foul.
See, and I knew Kane would be back on the floor, too. I didn't think they were going to take him out for the night. Now with 6.5 minutes left.
Yeah, you're right.
South's too smart a team to basically say, okay, it's over. That's not going to happen.
So Tyler Amin got called for that foul. Puts Dylan Santos-Suazo at the line with 2:59 remaining. And still, Guertin comfortably ahead.
Yeah, I think at this point now you can say, okay.
14 points.
Just got to make free throws. Can't miss those on Thursday night, that's for sure.
Santos-Suazo hits the free throw, and it's a 15-point lead for Guertin. Medling's going to shoot it. And nicely done, Rhett Medling, to take very little time off the clock and get the basket. Guertin up by 13. Dylan Santos-Suazo's going to go to the basket. Doesn't get the bounce off the glass. And Baker with a huge rebound. That's going to take all kinds of time off the clock instead of giving South a stop. There's a one-handed runner. Doesn't go. That's going to be a pulled hamstring.
That is a hammy. You're right.
Oh, that looked painful by Jordan Robichaux as he went.
That is not what you want to see late in the game. And Robichaux is walking okay, but can he run? You
know what? He's young, so maybe he can bounce back from that. It doesn't look good at the moment, but he did a split because his, I think there was some slipperiness on the floor.
They don't seem to ask for any mop, so don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Just lost traction.
That is pain. He's getting looked at right now. It's going to take a lot of heat, a lot of ice over the next 72 hours, I'd say 65 hours. Thursday night, I believe the time is 6 o'clock against Nashua North, the rematch. And that is the positive, the fun part of these regions, because we get to see these local teams play each other in a tournament game.
Yeah.
We saw that in the fall with soccer, remember?
Right. So they just pair up the locals, and
yep.
You have to work your way out of the
right.
local group, except for Keene.
Right. Keene's got to go somewhere, and they have them go in this region, which knocks Merrimack out. Unfortunately, Merrimack is in the other region 3. With Pinkerton, Salem, Windham in that group.
Sullivan knocks down the free throw to make it a 15-point game for the Cardinals. Hulfacker's lay-in attempt doesn't go. Dylan Sanasuaso with the rebound. Finds Baker, who finds John Sullivan. 1:44 to go. Nathan Kane in the side. Lost his pivot foot.
Yeah, he slid.
Travel. So 1:40 left.
See, now I'd take him out.
Yeah.
So I'd pull the starters out now.
Yeah, you're talking.
You don't want any more. You don't want any more rubber shirts.
Right.
Although he's moving around, he's standing up, but he's even limping in the stands.
Rhett Medling tried to save it, but he launched while he was already stepping on the line. And we have 1:25 to go. Cody Rochelow's three-point attempt just didn't go. So a few seniors for South have played their last high school game, it appears. Cody Rochelow, Tyler Armin, Jaden Murphy listed as a senior as well. And to the line, John Sullivan with 1:14 to go. Wonder if Cody Rochelow will find a way to play basketball at college level.
I'm sure he is. If not college, prep school for a year maybe. You don't know. It's always a choice.
Sullivan's second free throw. Clunks it, Baker rebound. And Bishop Guertin with the luxury of the lead and the ball as Rutstein fouls Sullivan and puts him back at the line.
So it's a tough ending for the Nashua South boys basketball team. They just could not find a groove as February bled into March. As
we do the game here on March 1st, 2021. You made it through February, Tom. Congratulations.
Yeah, exactly. Now we got to get through March. We're going to have one of the worst days. Overnight tonight and into tomorrow with that wind and the sudden drop in temperatures. And you'll feel it when you walk outside tonight, I guarantee it. You'll feel the change.
Yeah.
And it's a one-day thing, and then it's going to warm up into the 40s on Wednesday. The seesaw of March, John.
It is. Elliott Field out there is a mixture of ice, snow, puddles, and mud.
Yeah.
Typical March look.
Yep.
Sanasuaso foul from behind by Cody Rochelow with under a minute to go. They play out the string here at the end of the game. And Cody Rochelow getting a nice round of applause from the Nashua fans who are here recognizing his high school career.
Yep.
Added applause for Cody Rochelow, number 11. Including from his own teammates over there behind Coach Nate Nazaro. Dylan Sanasuaso to shoot free throws. And Bishop Guertin manages to put up over 60 points, 61-46. They lead by 15 as Hulfacker goes to the basket and gets fouled. Doesn't get the ball to go through. As BG will empty their bench with 49 seconds to go. And Dylan Sanasuaso and brother Matt will come off. along with Lucas Baker, Ryan Stack, and John Sullivan. Into the game for BG, Tyler Mackey, Luke Anderson, Gianni Ungaro, Ben Mullet in the game
into
for
the game
BG.
for South and for BG, 2021-22 season. That's what came into the game for both teams.
Swish. Paulfacker hits it. Luke Anderson with it. Double teamed. Gets it to Bradley Matarazzo, number 22. Brad Matarazzo in the game for BG. Good fake and a foul. Tyler Mackey takes it to the hoop and draws contact. The sophomore 5'9" guard with a basket right off the bench.
No fear. Coming into a tournament game, no fear.
Obviously, the kid can play. He just needs his opportunity. He's only a sophomore. As that goes in and out. Here's Mackey. Down court it comes to Gianni Ungaro. Mackey almost had it stolen by Hellfacker.
Nate's telling him don't foul.
Ben Mullet inside.
Take the gloves off, or you take the foul thing off, and we'll run out these points, and that'll do it. Should be a 62-48 final unless somebody wants to throw up a three at the end, but I doubt it. And that'll do it.
That is the basketball game.
They call it 63. They put another point up there. 63-48.
Okay.
All right, John Collins, we will see you Thursday at least.
All right. Hopefully tomorrow night
tomorrow
too.
Night, right.
Here on Nashua TV, busy schedule with all the high school playoff games, which we enjoy doing so much. For Tom King, our cameraman Tim O'Neill, my executive producer Pete Johnson, I'm John Collins. Thanking you for watching. The final score, Bishop Guertin 63 and the Nashua Highly South boys team 48 as South's season comes to an end and BG will advance to play North in the next round of the 2021 NHIAA playoffs. Good night from Bishop Guertin High School, everybody.